It's good. I just wanted to touch base quickly, you know what I'm saying, see how everyone's doing. And yeah, in this video, there wasn't really a thought, I just had this inclination to post on this channel. And the one thing that I ended up thinking that I wanted to talk about was about the difference I've seen, at least, in playing 5-a-side, 6-a-side, small-sided football, let's say, and playing 11-a-side football. Now, for me, I was always brought up in the 11-a-side football sphere. That's just how I play, and the way I play is largely developed in that. And there is one major difference that I can see from where I am now, in terms of playing quite a lot of 7-a-side football compared to playing bigger pitch football, is that it's a lot harder for me. And it's also quite character questioning for myself, because like I'll be on the pitch and I don't feel comfortable, and it makes me question my own ability, because again, I'm playing with other players that look much more comfortable, and I think, is there something, wrong with me? But then at the same time, now that I've been reflecting on it a bit deeper, I've realized it's because there's clearly a staunch difference in playing 7-a-side football and 11-a-side football, at least for myself, And I just noticed the whole vibe in the 7-a-side is very different to 11-a-side, in the sense that it's more relaxed. That's the first thing. It's much more relaxed, But at the same time, it's like it's much more relaxed, but there's almost an even more higher expectancy not to make mistakes. And I don't know if that's just the 7-a-side that I've been playing in, because obviously the one that I'm in is a bit of a league system. And don't get me wrong, we've been playing very well, and we've been winning all our games. We haven't lost a game so far. But I would say on my individual experience, I can see that expectation is much more higher. So it's less being present in the game, and it's more about critiquing exactly what is going on between each other, instead of actually focusing on in the individual game. And I noticed that in another team that I played for as well. Which again expects the similar standard, where it's almost like they're trying to force this seriousness onto the 7-a-side space, But it just can't, in my opinion, at least for myself, when I'm on the pitch, I can't coexist that seriousness. It's difficult for me to explain, and of course, like, you might think that I'm looking too deep into it, but again, I don't really give a fuck. I'm just trying to explain exactly how I'm seeing this, But that's what it's just like. What the fuck? UCAS. I forget about UCAS. But yeah, it's just, that's the thing. It's just a bit weird, and the vibes are sometimes off. And again, I don't know if that's just the team that I'm in or the teams that I'm playing against. But at times, it just feels a bit off, just a little bit off. But then that's the thing. When I'm in 11-a-side, I don't get that at all. When I play 11-a-side, it's like I'm in football mode. I think that's like the best way for me to explain it. Whether I play good or bad, I'm in football mode, and my emotions are much more heightened, I'm in a more heightened state of being. And I don't know if that might be because of naturally 11-a-side is a lot more intense. I don't know the real science behind it. It's not about that. I'm just trying to say exactly what difference I can see. And I can see, and I say this all the time, and I didn't really actually clock what I would say. I would just say this. I'm an 11-a-side player, and it's true. I'm an 11-a-side player, and sometimes it's about recognizing, especially with football, and this is probably the conclusion I'm coming to, it's about recognizing which environments work for you in order to better your ability. You know what I'm saying? And for me personally, at least, I think the 11-a-side sphere is where I see the best out of myself, And again, for some people, for example, the people that operate up in through Baller League, that's coming up now, so we're going to see more opportunities in that. And we also, there's Futsal League, and just there's small-sided leagues everywhere. Like, you have like there's this team in the UK, like they wear purple, five-a-side, yeah. I think that's it, Five Guys, yeah, or whatever. Like you have those leagues, those options are available to those who feel more comfortable in that sphere, or maybe they feel like they can be more recognized in that sphere because it might be easier. I don't think it's easier, but yeah, whatever reason they're in that sphere, you know. And maybe if you're an 11-a-side and there's things in the 11-a-side that doesn't seem to fit your footballing style, you don't feel comfortable in that, you come into set, I would say try 7-a-side and see if it works for you, you know. Again, it's for me, as a player that's always played 11-a-side, I've only stepped into this smaller side sphere now, and I would say now I've probably played enough of it where it's not just, you know, me riding on my own ability. I'm actually able to analyze myself in those games, and I'm able to analyze exactly how I feel and how I play in those games. Because I can say in the last couple of weeks as I played, for me, the games where I feel more satisfied about my performance have always been on a bigger pitch. It's like, and it's not even me trying to push away 7-a-side. It's just, yeah, I don't feel comfortable there. So every time I play that, I'm just going to say like I'm not comfortable. I'm still going onto that pitch trying to give my all. You know what I'm saying? But I only feel like I can do that to a satisfactory point of view and where I can reflect on myself efficiently enough when I'm playing on 11-a-side or even 9-a-side, just on a bigger pitch where I've got more space. You know? And that's just the only way I can explain it. And again, it's not, and I just want to see if you guys can talk in the comments to explain, like, for example, if you guys have ever like tried being in a different footballing environment, because obviously I covered 7-a-side, but there's probably more. I don't know. There's probably more. But I just think when there's more players on the pitch, I play a lot better, you know? And it makes sense, more options, you know? And again, and I don't think it's because obviously the 7-a-side is relative to the pitch space, of course. But even then, I still think for myself, the 11-a-side pitch and the 11-a-side, it just puts me into work mode. Because I feel like it's because I have so many players on that pitch, not to rely on, but to know that are there. You know, that all have their own separate jobs. You know what I'm saying? It slows down the game for me as an individual. That's important. That's important. That's important. The fact that I'm on the pitch and there's less individual stress on me because there's so many other players on the pitch in 11-a-side spheres allows me to focus on what I need to do a lot better. But on the 7-a-side, your jobs are switching. It's always switching. You have to defend. And that's the one thing that they were talking to me about. They were saying, one of my teammates, he brought up and he was correct. He was saying that in transition, I need to be a lot quicker, which is true. But again, I can't really process that because in the 11-a-side, I don't need to transition like that quick, you know? And it's all about whether I want to adapt to that environment or not. But again, it's good practice for me. Yo, my bad, guys. But yeah, it's good practice for me because either way, I want to kind of develop myself now, moving away from striker. I want to start playing cam. So this importance of transition is something that I need to implement in my game. And you know, and I might make a video on my another channel now going over exactly what I'm going to start doing from a fitness point of view. I'm going to basically put like, okay, this is what I'm going to start doing now. And then we're going to come back and we're going to look back at this and see if it's helped me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to outline that because there's something that I'm starting today, which I already started, but I'm going to outline exactly what I started in that video. OO Bogota. If you look at one of my previous videos, it's the title of that video. Yeah, it will be on that channel. So we're going to be going over that. And yeah, so this is just what I wanted to say, man. It's just, I just wanted to just you know, just reach out and just understand what's been going through my head footballing wise, you know what I'm saying? Because again, and I feel like we got to a good conclusion there with what I said, but I have to remember, I got to keep these videos under 15 minutes because I haven't verified my number because I use my number on too many accounts. But actually, no, on this account it's fine, on the other account it's not fine. But listen, peace. I might make another view, I don't know, but safe.